Hey, thanks for jumping in. So, I wanted to create a video today because it was something I actually dealt with not too long ago. And it's one of those frustrating moments when you realize you've been charged for a subscription you meant to cancel and you just didn't. And it auto renewed, it charged your card, and you saw it pop up. It's real money, it's emotional, and how you communicate next, it really matters. So I instantly jump into my AI chat so that way I can get some help and assistance. Also, takes a little bit of that pressure off. I pasted this prompt down below, but basically it just says I was charged for a subscription renewal that I meant to cancel. The charge happened recently. I noticed it shortly after it processed. I haven't used the service since the renewal. I want to be polite, calm, and reasonable and write a short message to customer support. And so I put signed as John just because I'm logged out right now. Otherwise, one thing you'll learn with this AI chat, it tends to, once you start building more with it, learns more about how you want to respond. So I want to try and keep it as clean as possible if you're jumping in for the first time. So here we go. So we got our message. Request for refund, recent subscription renewal. Hello, I was recently charged for a subscription renewal that I intended to cancel. I noticed the charge shortly after it processed, and I haven't used the service since the renewal. I wanted to reach out and ask if a refund might be possible in this case. I'd really appreciate your help, and I'm happy to provide any additional information if needed. Thank you for your time and assistance. Best regards, John. So, let's just say we now have a nice message. We didn't take long for us to put it together. We're going to send it to their customer service, and we're hoping that this comes back nice and positive. But let's say, for example, instead of them coming back and saying, hey, yeah, John, great, we're going to refund this for you, which is really what you're hoping for. You contacted them 2 days after the renewal. They're probably going to send something more like this. And I'm going to just put, they responded. Hi, John. Thanks for contacting us. Unfortunately, per our policy, we're unable to issue refunds or for subscription renewals once they've been processed. Please let us know if you have any other questions. Best regards, customer support. Obviously, they're going to respond like that because, well, that's just the inevitable, right? So here we go. A pretty common situation. Calm follow up can sometimes work. Here's a polite, reasonable response that acknowledges their policy, that gently asks for an exception without sounding entitled. Last thing you want to do is to cause a huge scene with anything, right? So you want to kind of go and here, I'm going to be polite. Hopefully, we can get that person that's going to get us an exception. Thank you for getting back to me. I appreciate the quick response. I understand your policy regarding renewals. I want to ask if there might be any flexibility in this case, since I noticed the charge shortly after it processed and haven't used the service at all since the renewal. I completely understand if a refund isn't possible, but I thought it couldn't hurt to ask. Thank you for taking the time to consider it. So, what you're going to be doing, you end up sending like this. You can also go in, say, if you wanted it to be a little bit more assertive, if you wanted to, put in any specific information, you can add that in. But usually, what I would do is I would send this. They may help you out. They may give you a refund, maybe even a partial refund, prorated. Um, Chances are they also might come back and give you that same, company policy that once it's charged. Because you've integrated this into your chat now, your AI chat, you can actually go and you can keep pasting it and you can say, hey, I want to escalate this. I want to get a supervisor on this. So you can then kind of continue to integrate this pretty much all without you having to overthink it. And that's the whole point of being able to use this AI chat systems, whether it's Chat GPT or another um, AI chat, that you can use these kind of incorporated into your everyday life in what you're having to take care of, especially these stressful things. You're trying to get money back for a subscription you're no longer using, and hopefully make it a little bit more manageable so that you can spend your time dealing with probably a lot more important things than trying to deal with customer service and a subscription that you do not want. But hopefully you found this a little helpful. If you have questions or you have ideas, I'd love to hear more, and I want to just keep trying to create videos just like how I use these AI programs so they help and benefit me. I've had a lot of great results utilizing this, but if you guys have any ideas, please send it. I appreciate the support and hope you guys have a great rest of your day.